Alright, welcome to my tutorial on how to speedrun Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. If you have no idea what this game is, you're in for a treat. It's a very old game, it's a very buggy game, and yeah, the voice acting is special. The first thing you need to do before you even play the game is you need to make sure you get the unofficial patcher working, because the game is very old. It'll just crash all the time if you don't install the community patch file. And you can find all these things on speedrun.com. The leaderboard has all of it under resources. You don't need DXWind. The reason that that's on here is for frame rate limiting purposes. The category is split between 60 FPS only and variable FPS. The physics of the game really depend on your frame rate, so having a higher frame rate can give you an advantage in certain areas. So there's a category split between having a consistent 60 FPS throughout the entire run and being able to toggle on and off your uncapped frame rate. Today I'll be going over the any percent run for 60 FPS only. And you do need to show your FPS for the entire run. Mine will be in the bottom right corner once I open up the game. And the program that I use to do that is MSI Afterburner with Riva Tuner Statistics Server. I will also be using LiveSplit. That's the most common speedrunner timer tool that's out there right now. And you can also use the load remover / auto splitter. This will split your live split every time you go through a loading zone, as well as pause the timer whenever you go through a loading screen. And I will also be playing on the debug version. You are allowed to do speedruns on the debug version, you just can't open the debug menu during the run, obviously. But the debug menu is very, very useful for testing things. It lets you start a new game starting from any chapter in the game, and it lets you fly around and ignore collisions, which is useful for, just looking around or for getting to a specific place that you want to be. It also lets you save wherever you want, which is very nice, although we'll be saving wherever we want anyway, because this game is very buggy. And I will also be using the widescreen fix down here. That's optional, but it'll take up the entire screen instead of being square shaped. One downside to that is that during certain cutscenes there will be things on the sides of the screen that you're not supposed to see, because the game wasn't originally meant to be played in widescreen. And before we start, I just want to mention that in your documents folder is where the game stores all your save files. So for example, if I wanted to practice something in particular, I could go there, make a save, and then say I wanted to practice sewer skip in chapter 2, then I could just save that save slot and compress it into a compressed zip folder, and then whenever I want to practice it, I can just go and drag it back out into my main folder, and then whenever I boot up the game, there will be a save file called this. Wherever you rename this file is the name it'll show up as in the game. And so I have just collected a whole bunch of save files here for whatever purposes I might want. But for the beginning of the run, it's actually beneficial for you to delete all of your save files. You don't need to delete your options folder, and you don't need to delete your autosave if you have an autosave, but make sure you delete everything else besides your autosave folder and your options folder, because it is faster to save into an empty slot than it is to save into a slot that's already filled with a save, because it'll be like, do you want to overwrite this previous save? And it's just faster to avoid that. And now we get to boot the game itself. The first thing you absolutely want to do is go to your options, go to controller options, and go to key config. And make sure you don't have anything bound to spacebar or the arrow keys, because it is very useful to be able to use spacebar and arrow keys for some devious purposes later on. So I have rebound my jump to X. Also keep in mind that by default the controls are not WASD, they are actually WAXND. For some reason a lot of old video games did that where it was X to move backwards and then S did something else. But I have it on WAS and D for the movement and X for jump. And you will also need the crouch button. So I have set mine to control so I can just press it with like the side of my hand. You don't need sneak and you don't need lean left, but you do need lean right. Specifically lean right you do need. Most people put that on E. You don't need look strafe. You do need action. This is like your main interacting with objects button. Inventory you do need. That's actually a very important button. I've moved it over to tab. And quick heal is also a button that you don't need, but it speeds up some spots. If you don't have quick heal, then you'll have to open the inventory and then click on all the wounds that you want to heal, and then close the inventory. But with quick heal, you just press it, and your character will instantly try to heal themselves if you have enough medkit juice. Also, I've rebound skip scene to backspace because this is the button that you use to skip cutscenes. But also, the game has like certain journal pop-ups where it'll like show an image on your screen and you have to press backspace to close it. So by putting skip cutscene also onto backspace, you can just mash one button and it closes out of anything that the game throws your way. And here is how you shoot your gun. Mouse 2 or right mouse button is how I aim. Left mouse button is how I fire. Auto reload. You don't need show eye weapon, but it's just nice to have just to get the thing out of your face whenever you are not using the gun. So those are all the options. But we're going to be seeing this menu quite a few times throughout the run, which I'll explain when we get there. Also, in advanced options, you might want to adjust these however you see fit. Snake mode doesn't matter. We're not going to be sneaking. We're only going to be crouching. So whenever I click New Game, it's going to bring up the difficulty menu. Boy Scout's fastest. I don't know if there's any special like leaderboard thing for playing on a higher difficulty, but Boy Scout's the easiest. And because I'm on the debug version, it's going to bring up a whole bunch of stuff like this. The reason this is useful is because this is the intro cutscene. We can just skip that by clicking this instead, and that's totally allowed. So the run starts when you click this. Now I have all my stuff on the screen, so you can see. Backspace to skip the cutscene. And we're off. And the auto splitter is already working. There is no sprint button in this game. Okay, and right off the bat, I'm going to talk about cutscene triggers. So I'm going to pull up the debug menu so I can save here. There we go. Save in slot 1. So the way this cutscene works is you have to get to a specific spot on the ground and face a certain direction. And it does those in sequence. So it's right in the middle of the staircase and then facing him. So what you want to do as you come around this corner is actually aim at the middle right here and also turn your camera. So let me show you what it looks like if I do it really poorly. So yeah, so he slowly like moved to the correct spot and then flung his camera around. In this case, the camera rotation was not that important. It's going to be different from cutscene to cutscene. As we see at the end of the prologue, there's actually a cutscene where both are very important. But yeah, so try to aim for the middle. Press backspace as soon as this happens. Aim for the middle and try to get your camera in the correct direction. And now we're going to go into the prologue. The prologue is by far the least glitchy part of the game, so it's kind of boring. Maybe we should have the actual run start after the prologue. I'm not sure. It's not like you keep any items. Okay, so interact to open the door. That is a save point. If I... let me just save real fast. If I walk in here normally, there's going to be a cutscene that plays where he's like, that symbol's real strange. We can skip that. There's several triggers in this game that happen when you look at them. So just look at the floor, and you're good. As soon as you get past that line there, you're good. Alright. And now we got to get a key from this room. So this is at the end of the hallway on the left, far left door. Once again, we're going to do a little tiny mini skip here. I'm going to save it. To show you what it looks like, it's right through the door. Right as you step through the door, the cutscene starts. We've been expecting you, Mr. Walt. Yeah, even the cutscenes that we skip, I know all the lyrics. Lyrics.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Walt.
Blood sucking's great. So this is the key that we want right here. But we can skip that cutscene using a right lean. So you need, as I said earlier, you need right lean, not left lean. So let me show you what happens when I lean through this wall. Like I'm gonna left lean through this wall. It's kind of glitchy, like it kind of pops you back and forth a little bit. But right lean, you just go straight through it and you stay through it. Okay, and your collision does actually move. The only thing that doesn't move is your position as far as like movement. So you can still move along like up these stairs, even though there's no stairs over here. The game keeps track of your feet over here, but your actual collision is through the wall. And this has a lot of implications. And the first implication that we're going to be abusing is the ability to skip cutscenes. In a way, so this is like not even a minute into the run, so I usually go at this really, really fast, and if I mess it up, whatever, I start over. But you want to aim for like here, and then you back up into the door frame, and then you slide along it like this, and then you hold lean the whole time. Then as soon as you get around that lip, you turn. You turn to the right. So that you pivot your character around the trigger, and then this trigger is actually one-sided. So if I walk out normally, I'm fine. Right. Most triggers in this game are one-sided, to where it checks if you're walking through it from the correct direction. So that key unlocks this door, which has a key on that desk, which you use to unlock this door.
It's unlocked.
And now here we get to our first menu glitch. So let me make a save. Okay. So I mentioned earlier how we're going to be opening the key config menu again. First of all, navigating menus uses the arrow keys and the space bar. Or the escape key to leave, right? So you want to get your cursor on options, controller options, key config. As soon as you open this menu, the game is kind of bugged out a little bit. It doesn't know what to do. I'm going to click escape, okay? And then I'm going to press tab to open my inventory. And that's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to be able to open the inventory while the pause menu is open. Now, if I close the inventory, suddenly I'm controlling the game while it's still in the pause menu. And I can still control the pause menu with the arrow keys and the escape key and the space key, right? And you can use this to skip certain types of like mini cutscenes. And one of those mini cutscenes is right here. So this is what it normally looks like. I walk into it and then I'm stuck. I can't move. He monologues. Now I can move, and then that's the way forward. But it's a little bit faster if you have good menuing to hit the trigger, options, controller, key config, escape, open and close the inventory, and now I get to move as soon as possible. And then we continue on this way. So one more time, I'm going to show it to you. Hit the trigger, pause, options, controller options, key config, escape, tab to toggle your inventory. And then usually I just keep the menu open like this for the rest of the chapter, but for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to close the menu. This hatch has... There's two ways to go about this. I don't know which is faster. I probably should. So the way it looks normally with no glitches is you walk up to it, you press interact, you're stuck a little bit, and then you go down the ladder, then you walk it like this, then you're kind of stuck a little bit, and then you can go on, right? It's supposed to simulate the stairs breaking. The way you open the hatch is, there's two ways to open it. So the way I usually do it is I open it normally, because when I can't go back up. Because when I do this, I have the menu open, so it's kind of hard to like precisely know where I'm going. So I usually open it normally, and then I right lean to avoid the stairs or the ladder. That's the way I usually do it, right? You can also lean early, and then open it like that, and then that lets you get onto the ladder while the hatch is still opening. But then you don't skip the ladder. So there's two ways of doing it. I don't know which is faster. I usually do the first way, but I've seen other people do the other way as well. Now it's for the stairs. Whoa, I'm stuck on the ladder. For the stairs, you want to aim. I look at the railing, like where the railing breaks right there, and I lean around that. Oh, I missed it actually. Oh, I missed it again. There's like a trigger on the ground for like you sliding down the stairs, and it's supposed to like stick you in that corner for a couple of seconds. But you can kind of avoid it. I feel like I'm not hitting it. There we go, that's a lot better. See how you kind of like don't get stuck anymore? Alright. Now we're going to continue on. I should go through this door, look at the ground again. Here, I'll show you what happens when you don't look at the ground. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so look at the ground until you hit this button. As soon as you hit the button, you can look up. Because he's freaking dead. And we're going to go to that door over there after picking up this crystal.
The machine must have overloaded. The crystal's still warm.
Yeah, there's the crystal. Then we go out the door.
This tunnel feels like it's.
And this is the end of the prologue. Open the door. So this is the type of stuff that I think about. It's like, what angle should I go through this? You need to hit the button to open the door. But if you... So theoretically, you should hug this wall as tight as possible, then hit the button from here, well, as close as possible to that wall. But from my experience, when you do that, you actually bump into the door before it opens. So the exact angle here is like, it's like about halfway. You usually press it about there. Oh, I closed it. Yeah, like that. And then you can continue on this way. Okay, here is a weird interaction. There's like 3 or 4 times throughout the entire game this actually works this way, but you can't just interact with this normally. You have to open your inventory and then left click on the crystal to put the crystal in it. But if your mouse is moving, it doesn't work. See? You have to stop moving your mouse and then click for it to get put in, which is very weird. And here's the cutscene I was talking about earlier at the very beginning, where you have to adjust your position and camera very specifically to be right in front of the button and then clicking on the button at this angle. If I'm over here, look how long it takes. Then he appears, right? It's much faster to do all that yourself. Like that. Well, I overshot it a little bit. But you get the point. Now we press backspace a bunch. As we go into Chapter 1. As soon as you hear the car, you can stop mashing backspace. Now we're going to go into the Gilman Hotel. We're going to do this trick twice. This is a weird trick. So, the way this game is structured is it does have a chapter system, but each level is not a chapter. Each chapter is made up of several levels. In this case, Chapter 1, if you look at my splits, it says 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. So Chapter 1 is split into 3 different levels. So we're working on Chapter 1, Part 1. Chapter 1, Level 1. And the way that's supposed to work, I don't even remember. You're supposed to go back... Oh, I remember. This is where you sneak in, right? Yeah. You're supposed to sneak into the First National grocery store, and then there's like a safe in the back, and then in the safe is... something important like a document or something, plus a wine bottle, and then you gotta go to the back alley, give the wine to the drunk guy. The drunk guy gives you a key to this door, and then through this door is the end of Chapter 1.1 and the entrance to 1.2. We don't want to do any of that. It used to be we would go into there with like a glitchy way and like skip a whole bunch of stuff, but now we get to skip all of it. So we can just go through the door somehow. Now, how are we going to do that? We got to get into this tunnel somehow. And then right at the end of that part of the tunnel is the trigger. Shut up! So, yeah. We got to talk about some stuff. In Chapter 1.3, we come back to this map. And the way it works... is this bus driver is talking to the owner of the hotel, Gilman, right there. That's Gilman. And so they're standing right there. They're talking about trying to kill us, right? So we can like sit here and eavesdrop to figure out what they're talking about. But as soon as we walk into the room, they're like, oh, maybe we should go outside and talk, right? And so Gilman leaves. He opens this little hatch here, and that gives us a chance to get the key. That key opens this door, and then we look around the room. There's like blood everywhere, and we're not happy. And then when we leave the room, right here, there's another trigger for them walking back in. And then as soon as they walk back in, he shows us to our room, and he opens this door. He walks very slowly. He opens this door, and then we go to our room, and then that's how Chapter 2 begins, because that's the end of Chapter 1.3. Whew. So why does that matter in Chapter 1.1? Well, we can hit that trigger for entering this room early, even in Chapter 1.1, okay? And that will unlock this trigger for him walking back in and opening that door for us. And as soon as he opens that door for us, well, we're not in Chapter 1.3. He'll still open the door, but there's nothing out there because we're not in Chapter 1.3. We're in Chapter 1.1. There's not supposed to be any upstairs loaded. So that little block in the sky right in the middle of my screen is that tunnel that I showed you before, which is the end of Chapter 1.1. So our goal is to navigate out of bounds to that tunnel. And there's a few ways of doing it. But first, I want to do this glitch. So the collision here is very finicky. If I just hold W, now I want to go to the right, I get stuck. See, the door slightly protrudes out. And in order to hit the trigger, you have to lean through the door. And if you want to do it quickly, it's really tough. I usually just aim for this, and then I turn like this, and then I hold W, or I hold S to walk backwards. And that did not hit it. Okay. Oh, I got stuck. And again, triggers are one-sided, so it's important that you come at it like you loop all the way through, and then you hit the trigger going that direction. You have to rotate your camera to the right to get your character to pivot through the trigger the correct direction. That might work. Nope. There we go. So yeah, he's coming at it from the wrong direction.
I'll show you to your lodgings.
Okay.
I heard there was a killing over the old.
And now, normally he walks up there, he opens the door, but then he gets like stuck. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk to here. I use that board on the far right, that little board right there. Right about here is where the trigger is. Then I walk backwards. Now he resets, right? He resets, but the cutscene's still like playing out. So if we just wait here, the door will open. There it is. Okay. So now we just gotta go out of bounds and jump to the exit, right? If I can do it. Yeah, there we go, I got it. Oh, no, I'm back in bounds. Oh, let's try it again. Oh, no, I'm back in bounds. Let's try it going sideways. Yeah. Oh no, I'm going up into the sky and I can't fall down. There's no gravity. Help. I'm dead. I'm above the tunnel, but I'm still going up way too high. So navigating out of bounds in this game is a little bit weird. If I just fall off, you can see I do fall and I get stuck. I can wiggle a little bit, but I'm stuck. I can't move. That's what happens when you hit like the edge of the world, is you get stuck. But before I hit the edge of the world, I can kind of move a little bit, right? But then gravity takes over, or I'm dead. And then while I'm out of bounds, I can jump to go up instead. But now I'm just infinitely going up. There's no way for me to get to the loading zone before I'm too high to fall back in. So now I need to talk about stored super jumps. Okay. If I open the menu and I press options, controller, key config, and I exit, and I go all the way back here. You don't have to go all the way back here, you just have to go back in one menu. But if I press W and jump, look very carefully. Oh, I didn't actually do it. But I press W and jump, and now I let go. I press escape. Boom! I get this crazy super jump. This is much faster than walking normally. Thankfully, going through all that menuing is slow enough to where you don't actually use this as a main form of movement. Okay, but that is a very useful technique for getting a long distance in a short amount of time. And this also includes while you're out of bounds sometimes. So, yeah. So there, I pause. I angle my camera right at that block in the sky, right? I open this, right? And then I hold W and X, and then I overshot it. Yeah, I overshot it. So because I'm out of bounds, the longer I hold the menu open, the further I go. I wonder if I can make it. No, I'm too high. I'm too high. So I'm gonna try to do it, oops, the proper way. Come on. Oh, I missed. There you go. That's perfect. Then right there is the trigger to go to the next level. Okay. One thing you can do, if that's giving you trouble and you don't have the debug version, or if you don't want to use the debug menu, is you can use a remote save file. So I'll talk about this real fast. This is how saving's supposed to work in the actual game. You walk up to a save point, you interact, you press spacebar twice, or once if it's an empty slot, you only press it once. If it's a filled slot, you press it twice to overwrite, and then you got to go on your way. But you can take the save point with you in this game. If you open up this like this, right? So I have the menu open. Now I just interact with it. I can move while saving, and it will save your position, your camera angle, your everything. It will be a full save, wherever, right? The only thing that the save point decides for you is the name of the save file. So because I'm at this save spot, it will be called this. It visits to the old town, and it'll have the date on it and stuff. At Gilman Hotel on Boy Scout difficulty. But I can take it with me wherever I want. And there you saw me do a quicker version. If you just press interact and then inventory quickly, and then close the inventory, you can also take it with you that way. That's the way you do it most of the time. It's just faster that way. And so if you wanted to save some time, you could, you know, grab the save before you enter, and then save here. And it's just like a safety strat. If you're not confident, you can make it to chapter 1. But again, for me, this is early enough in the run. Like, I'm talking 3 minutes into the run, to where I'm like, whatever. If I miss it, I'll just start over. That's usually how it goes. Yeah. So that's that. I'm gonna do it one more time. Yeah. Ooh, that might not work. I overshot it. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, I went too early. I was still not out of bounds. Oh, I was too low. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Okay, I can make this. Actually, I got good gravity. There we go. And now, as soon as I cross this, again, keep in mind triggers are one-sided in this game. So if you land on that side, you got to go back over here and then walk back this way. For 1.2. All right, there's another cutscene skip here. It's like a 3-second cutscene. It's fine if you miss it. But right as you cross that line, there's a cutscene. So I'm just going to turn around and lean like that.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked
yeah.
Here's
the poorhouse.
Innsmouth poorhouse. In memory.
There's another trigger right at this bucket right here. So aim at the bucket, go to the right. Skip that. This guy is going to vanish in front of your eyes. All right, we need medkits here because we're about to do a skip that requires taking fall damage. And if you take fall damage, your legs break and then you walk slowly. So it's just better to grab the heals so you don't walk slowly anymore. Here, okay. Now I need to talk about doors. Push doors versus pull doors. Okay, so this door is the first pull door of the run. If I just walk up to it and open it normally, this is what happens. I get kind of stuck while the door opens, and then I can continue on down the ladder. Okay, if I'm coming at it from the push side, if I push the door open, that does not happen. I can just go through it normally. So what we need to do is we need to trick the game into thinking we're on the push side. So we approach it like this, and we lean through it, and we open it from this side. And doing that is much faster than the alternative, which is not leaning. Close the door, please. So at full speed, it looks like this. Like that. That's a little bit faster than opening the door without leaning. Okay? Another ladder skip. Also, one thing I should mention is that this game likes to do weird things with your camera. So the character has like vertigo or something whenever you look down from a height. And the way they did this is with a trigger, right? So it's possible to skip the trigger where you leave the vertigo state, but we're gonna skip the ladder by leaning. Yeah, and it did not happen, so we are not in vertigo still. But it is possible. It doesn't mean anything. It's not. It doesn't like ruin the run or anything. It just makes it really annoying. Where if you look down at the floor, you get vertigo effect, and it's just kind of weird and annoying. But there we did not get it, which is good. All right, the door. Hello there, little lady.
Hello there, little lady.
Skip. All right.
I should check the place over while I
Okay.
get a chance.
This part's weird. First, let me show you how it's supposed to work. Step 1, go up the stairs. Step 2, hit trigger right here. You get this weird vision of a monster in the attic somewhere. And then you go up to the attic, it's bolted, you unbolt it, and you let the monster out. You get jump scared. She's dead. Because we're an idiot for letting the monster out. There's this weird cutscene of being in an asylum where you have to wait a whole bunch. And now the father's home. And he is very sad. Also, we took damage during that cutscene because of the monster. But now, as we cross this line, we get this cutscene. Okay. You got all that? That's how it's supposed to work. But the astute viewers of you out there will notice that there are two different cutscenes in the same spot. Oh, there are shadows right here because I loaded the game. Interesting. Yeah, the astute viewers of you will notice that there was a cutscene that triggered here on the way up with the vision of the guy in the attic, and on the way down of the monster having already killed the girl, and then I didn't show you the rest of it because we're going to see it in a minute here. But if I just do this like this, I hit this, and then I go back. Right, I keep walking, and okay, well, let me just go back. No, nope, the trigger is gone. Okay, so hitting the trigger from this side disables the trigger until you hit the cutscene up there, and then the trigger respawns. Here's the thing. It is the same trigger. It is literally the same thing. It is the same trigger. So if we count the rungs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 8th rung is when the cutscene triggers. So let's do this. Let's go to the 8th rung. And let's skip the cutscene and hit it from the wrong side. That's how the game works. So yeah. Yeah, she's standing up over there. Don't worry about that. Yeah, the game is a little bit confused.
I love away from me. I'm sorry. I didn't realize what was.
This is the longest cutscene in the speedrun. that you can't skip.
No time to explain.
It's like I don't know, 2 minutes or something.
Soon. Listen to me closely. You've been the
Very
talk
good
of
voice
town
acting.
all day, asking after the Burnham lad. I heard he never made it to Boston. That he was copped by the order of Dagon.
Did he pocket anything from the store's safe?
Thankfully, no. It's sturdy. He'd never have wrenched it open with a crowbar. There's something in there that needs protecting from the order. You've got to get it out of Innsmouth. Take the key to the back of my store. The safe combinations in my diary upstairs. Hurry, Jack.
What the hell's in the safe anyway?
You've gone too far this time, Wait. We're taking you in for murder. You'll swing for this.
Wait, he didn't do anything wrong.
He killed his own daughter. It sounds less than blood. There's plenty wrong with that. I'm reckoning you do well to mind your own business, stranger. At Innsmouth, we handle things by the old ways.
And watch the door. He shuts the door. Now the door is open. So what's supposed to happen is the door is shut and locked. And you gotta go up to the diary and grab the diary, and then he's able to leave. But because we skipped doing all the upstairs stuff, the door is just kind of open still. And yeah, we don't care about any of that. We don't care about the diary. We don't care about the key he gave us. But that cutscene triggers her. So yeah, you just go over here, skip the cutscene quickly. And that's the end of chapter 1.2. And now we're back to the beginning of chapter 1, at least the same area. And yeah, he gave us a key, I think, to that door. Then we go into the variety store. There's a safe in there. There's a lady in there named Ruth, I think. And then we talk to her. But we don't need to do any of that because after we do all of that is when that conversation I was talking about between this guy and Gilman happens. And all of that explanation I did earlier. So we're just going to do Gilman skip again. There's two differences. The first difference is that now the upstairs is loaded, right? So we can see over here now. That's where we're going to be going once this door is opened. And the trigger to despawn Gilman is also different, but this part's the same. Maybe a little bit harder or something. I don't know. You hit it like this. First try. First try. First try. What you don't want to do is you don't want to squeeze yourself in like this and then do it like this, because you'll never hit it that way. You have to like not be in the corner. You're gonna be like right here, and then you come at it from this angle. Oh, that looked good. It didn't work though. It should theoretically be the same every time, but this game is kind of... This game is the epitome of you have no clue why things are consistent sometimes and not consistent other times. This is one of those things. Come on, bro. There we go. First try.
If you just follow me,
That was pretty bad.
I'll show you to your
I would reset over that.
lodgings.
Okay, this part is different. It's not this beam on the floor anymore. The trigger to get him to despawn is all the way right here. I gotta cross that desk. All the way across that desk. Then he's there. And now we can just stand at the door frame right here. And it'll, for some reason, it'll just do it all for us. We just stand here. Although the cutscene will be bugged because we reset Gilman. He's at his desk. He should be upstairs to open this door right here. So we're going to be talking to the floorboards for a bit. He's so far away, his subtitles don't even appear on the screen.
Have yourself some rest. Sleep well. Keep down the racket. Us Innsmouth are quiet.
Jump scare. Alright. And finally, it's a 4-step process. Close the door, number 1. Bolt it, number 2. Go to this room, bolt this one, number 3. And now, number 4, we can sleep.
Better. Not exactly safe.
If you try to sleep before doing all that, he'll be like, nope, not doing that. Okay. So now we gotta talk about dressers. So the way this section's supposed to work is we're gonna get chased. We're gonna get chased out of the hotel. We gotta escape out a window somewhere, but we gotta do some crazy running first. Okay. Alright, so what we're supposed to do is close this door and bolt it behind us. Right? That gives us enough time to push this dresser out of the way. You just hold W, it gets pushed. And now we can do this. In this room. Bolt it. That bolt is broken. So we push this wardrobe to block this door. That's good enough, right? Now we push this wardrobe to unblock the window. And now we jump out to safety. That's how it's supposed to work. We don't need to do any of that. Oh, I didn't save. Okay, so we don't need to do any of that. That door is normally not closed. Alright. Now we're just gonna pause casually. And now we're gonna do this. We're gonna count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try 7. That worked. Yeah. And now we go to this one and we do the same thing. Actually, we don't need to do that anymore. We just go instantly. For some reason, the second one you can go instant. Yeah. So, yeah, you can push the wardrobe while your game is paused if you just hold W the whole time when you do the menu glitch. For the first one, you have to actually wait the whole like pushing time. It's about 7.5 seconds, and that saves you having to bolt the door for the first one, and it saves you having to bolt the door and push the other wardrobe for the second one. So you skip the second wardrobe entirely and go to the third wardrobe. Now, these windows, it is possible to get through them without crouching, but I don't think it's faster. But yeah, if you don't crouch there, you get hit by the gunshots. You take damage, which means that you take lethal fall damage from this fall coming up. So you don't want to get hit there. Alright. One more medikit out this window to the left. Alright. Okay. My game is running slow right now. What you can do is you can pull up the menu and it won't be slow anymore. It's very nice. Like the game tries to like make it dramatic with slow motion. Alright, but we can just do this. Okay. I'm gonna do this without the menu open, just for your sake first. This trick is pretty precise. I forgot to save again. I'm gonna make a save here this time. Don't slow me down, don't slow me down. Good. Okay. So, up this ladder. Gonna go the right up the ladder. There's a fence right. You're supposed to go this way, but there's a guy over there, right? Oh, I'm stuck. We want to drop down to the street below. There's 2 things preventing us from doing that. 1, it's just straight up too far. If I fall this distance, even at full health, I'll die. 2, there's also a death plane. Okay? Where if you fall through a death plane, it doesn't matter how far you fall, you'll always die when you land. It's just programmed that way. So we need to both avoid the death plane and land on some of these boxes down here to not die from distance. Okay? Thankfully, there's a box right there. That box right there we can land on. So we got to figure out a way to avoid the death plane while landing on that box. Here is the setup that I use. I aim, first of all, I get my back against the fence, then I aim straight up and down, and I hold straight down. Okay? And now I'm on the other side of the fence, right? So you want to try to get to this side of the fence as narrowly as possible. Now you want to line up literally perfectly straight. Perfectly straight as you possibly can. Hold lean, tap down. Then as soon as you start to see yourself fall, you hold down. And this should be a consistent setup if you do it right. So I put myself here. Oh, I went too far. I failed it. I got too greedy. Too impatient. Right, so you get on this side of the fence like that. Like that. There we go. Then I line it up. I tap, 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 tap. I'm falling. I hold. And I don't die. I did it. Okay. Now here, you need to heal. Don't worry about these guys. These guys are specifically programmed to like not deal damage to you just because you're not supposed to be down here in the first place. So yeah. We are going to be walking really, really slow because our legs are broken. So my quick heal key is T. Okay, and then I pause, I mini glitch, and then I uncrouch, and now I can walk while healing. But look, I'm still going slow, right? You continue going slow until the heal is finished, right? We don't want that. Do it again, just to show you it's consistent. There we go. Tap, 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 tap. There we go. So what you want to do is you want to do the heal, do the same things before, open the inventory, but while you're in the inventory, click morphine. The way morphine works is for a few seconds, well, several seconds, you will move at full speed even if your legs are broken. Okay? So we're going to click it, and then go.
Don't let him escape.
Right. Just run straight through this tunnel. Oh, I don't have enough heals, do I? Okay, we're good. No, we're not good. Yeah, so I'm still limping. Because I loaded the bad save. Unfortunately. This cutscene here is kind of random. If you get it or not, I don't really know what happens. I think it has to do with like how long it takes you to go there. Okay, I'm gonna morphine again. You normally don't have to morphine again because you have enough heals to heal through all your injuries. But also, if you use morphine too many times, you just die. Like, you overdose and die. So be careful about that. Through the tunnel. This guy does not have AI working.
Christ, they're everywhere.
Yeah, that cutscene's also random. I think you either get both cutscenes or neither cutscene. Hey, buddy. I'm not gonna morphine here. Actually, I'm gonna cheat my way. But again, the reason I didn't have enough health to not limp here was because I didn't load my save properly. I went to the main menu and started from chapter 2.
Christ, they're everywhere. I need
Which
to
means that that med kit that I picked up way at the beginning in chapter 1, I don't have anymore. So I couldn't heal all the damage. Alright, right here's a cutscene. Okay.
Good luck, stranger.
And then yeah, you just go down this way. And this is another pull door, so we're gonna lean through it to open it quickly. And then we gotta let this car loose. So you pull the thing from under the wheel. Then you have to wait for it to start moving. Just hop in and wait for it to start moving.
I'm not so sure this was one of my better ideas.
Okay, then there's a bar over here. You grab the bar.
Sturdy-looking metal bar.
And that grants us access to the sewers. This is another case where you have to open the inventory and left-click the item to use it. You do have to wait for the fan to spin round once like this, then this way. Okay. And then this is the sewer level. And here we're going to do our our second out of bounds glitch. It's very similar to the first one, but we're specifically going to try to zero our speed.
What? Shit.
So that we don't fall. Because the distance that we have to travel is much greater. Because here's the save file. I'm going to grab a save. Right here. I'm actually going to grab 2 saves. Right. Okay, I'm going to try to get out of bounds without the save file open first. So we're going to use this door to get out of bounds. The way you do it is you go into the corner all the way. You lean to the right like this. And you jump. And you open it like this. And now we're kind of stuck. I can try to move a little bit, but I can't really... there we go. I finally got my way out there, right? So what we're going to try to do is try to go through the ceiling. Right? So I can jump normally, right? But as soon as I tap toward the door, like right, I get stuck. Ooh. And I get shot into the air like that, see? We're going to try to get as big of a boost as possible to get out of bounds there. But once again, once we're out of bounds, we're going to keep going higher and higher and higher until we get stuck. So what we want to do is we want to save the game while we're rising. And then we can reload the save so that we're not rising anymore, and then we can walk to the place where we want to go. So, also if you look at the dead guy right there, you're going to get jump scared, so don't do that. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to jump. And I'm going to double save. It's how I usually get the timing for it. And we're going to see if it works. Perfect. This is exactly what you want. Is to be just above this. Right? So I'm going to walk around the dead people. There's a pipe. Here, I'll show you. If you take it too close like this. Right here. Oh, there it is. Right there, there's like a pipe right there. And if you hit that, you're going to get gravity back. So you don't want to hit that. You got to avoid it. We're going for that church, that steeple in the back right there. So normally this pipe is not visible, but because I just hit it earlier, it's visible again. Yeah. And it is possible to do one of these. Whoa. To boost forward. Yeah, that's perfect. We got into the church. Right. And so you're going to touch the door and then walk out of the door. And that's how you start the next level. 2.3. Also, after a timer, it'll open up a journal. So this is the part, this is probably the biggest part where the run is drastically different based on your frame rate rules. It is possible to do the same glitch again, get out of bounds, and then, actually it's a different glitch, but I'll talk about the glitch later, but you can get out of bounds and walk to the very end of the level. But in order to get out of bounds, you need to uncap your frame rate. So if someone can find a way to get out of bounds in this room at 60 FPS with enough height to make it all the way to the end, you would save a few minutes in the run. But for now, we just are going to do the rest of the level intended. So the code here is 2, 1, 3. Alright, and then you're on a timer. To get this, you have one chance to ladder glitch. I got it. Alright. One thing I should mention about ladder glitches is that, especially on this one, you will take fall damage if you don't re-grab the ladder. So you're gonna come at it from the side like this. You're gonna lean, and then you're gonna swing your camera back around to grab the ladder at the very bottom, so you don't take fall damage.
There are markings everywhere. It must have been down here that Rebecca's father figured out that it's a registry.
Grab the book. You have to use it from here.
Exactly over the plaque.
Actually, you don't have. There's two ways of doing this. The way I did it was I went straight into the menu. You can also press F to look at it closely first, and then put it in the menu. And it's the same speed, I think. But anyway, you need to do that to get the code. The code is 3. You see, the code is 3157. So we go to the 3. You gotta hit the 3 from this side. So 3, 1, 5, 7.
Yes. Yeah, the safe.
Grab the cross. Now we can go this way. One thing that's really annoying is you can't get to the safe while this door is open. So you actually do need to do it in that order. It's really annoying. Oh, not close enough. Okay. This ladder is really difficult to skip because you're like crouching into it. It's kind of buggy. Okay. We're just gonna go straight through the sewers. This is a cutscene. You can't skip it. I don't know what the trigger is for exiting this area. I just walk down the hallway like this. Go left. Don't look up. If you look up, you'll get jump scared and it'll waste a couple seconds. Also, if you get jump scared at like the very end, it skips the sequence of you leaving, so you just get soft locked. So just don't look up, and you're fine. Look at the floor, and then we continue. Safety save right here. If you want to save, I'll do it. Yeah. You'd want to remote save it up here because this is the part where you might need to reload. On your left is the bank. So we want to get over there. So you jump on this pillar. But you don't want to fall from the pillar. You want to fall to the gate first, like that, and then fall down. Otherwise you take fall damage. And now we want to use this door to boost. And this is where you would save, because if you get like a mini boost, you don't make it all the way up, you'll fall back down and take fall damage. So this is where you want to make the save. Okay, I got it first try. So I should redo that just to explain what I'm doing. This is a very small skip. You can just walk up the bank the normal way. It takes like I don't know, 30 seconds, I guess. Would be my guess. Wow. There's a little bit of parkour. So yeah, you want to go on this side of the door, face away from it, lean, jump backwards, and then open the door while you're jumping. It'll boost you up. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about before, where if you mess it up, you get like your legs broken. I'm gonna get a better save. If you really want to be crazy with it, you can keep the save menu open for the next part. Yeah. Oh, I missed it. I didn't land on the railing. I took damage because I fell straight from the beam instead of landing on the railing first. Okay. Railing, then this way. Yeah, and now I get in position, I save. And now I do it with the mini still up. There we go. I'll save up here. So we just came through that door. This jump is weirdly difficult because of that freaking plank of wood over there. You can, if you go on the left side, you're gonna die. I don't know why, because yeah, it looks like it should be the right side that blocks you. Oh look, it's also the right side. Maybe we should go in the middle. I don't know why we should go in the middle. Oh look, it worked. Don't ask me why. Okay, so this is a very similar case to the very first skip of the game. If you remember, the guy in the room with the key on the stairs, and we approached the we approached the door from this side. Right? We're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna turn around like this. We're gonna lean, and we're gonna avoid the cutscene like that. Right? Now we have some parkour. You're supposed to go up the ladder and then like go across through a building, go downstairs through there. We don't need to do any of that. We can land on that plank right there. So you jump here, climb a couple steps, then jump, jump, jump. That will take a little bit of practice, but it's pretty consistent. Right here's the cutscene. And this is the end of chapter 2. It's out that window. Alright, this is another one of the least glitchy. It's really glitchy, don't get me wrong, but this level is pretty boring, I think. So go on the ladder. This cutscene is kind of random. I did not get the cutscene, which is good. Okay, he's body blocking me. He's still body blocking me. Okay, I'm gonna reload. I think he body blocked me because I took too long. Oh, I loaded the save. No. There we go. There we go. Go quickly. He'll hear me. Now I can slip past. Whoa, no damage is very rare. Usually when I just tank the damage. Go through here. Grab the ammo. We get our gun. Use the scroll wheel to get the gun. And then headshot both these guys to kill them. Try to get the body not in the door, because if the body's in the doorway, you can't move the door. Right? And then you boost through this door. And then you boost through this door. And then you boost through this door. There we go. Also, the stairs are literally right there, so you can just not do the door boost. That's fine. Pick up the shotgun ammo right there. I'm gonna reload. Okay, and then you use the photo that we just picked up here. Skip a cutscene. Let him out of the gate. So here I'm interacting with the gate. I didn't get the key. Whoops. I didn't get the keys.
The keys to the cells. Now I can free Brian.
That's why you pay attention. Okay, now you get the thing open. There's also a book in here we gotta grab before we leave to the garage.
If we can just make it through the patrols. Lead the way, Jack.
Okay, so here's the book. It's in this cell. You need that. Okay, now we can go out this way. Enemy RNG is very high. So look both ways before you cross the street. Okay, this is the garage right here. The way Brian's AI works, if you get spotted, he'll freak out. And he'll kind of not follow you around for very long. Also, if he gets shot enough times, you game over. He dies. To unfreak him out, you have to talk to him. And he'll say something like, "Are you sure we got away?" Or, "That was close," or something like that. If you can get him to say that line, then you know he's calmed down and he's following you again. You have to make sure he is following you calmly as we progress through this section. Otherwise, he'll get stuck and you gotta find him again. Okay, this is the back of the garage. You're not supposed to go this way. You're supposed to go the other way, go through the sewers, and then enter the garage from below, through the sewers. Because this door is closed, it's latched shut from the other side, and there's no door handle on this side. But we can lean through the wall to unlatch it and then unlock it. Right? So the game does not expect you to do that. So in order to spawn Brian in this building, you gotta walk over the grate like this. Whoa, you see that dip as we walked over, and then we gotta go down, and then he a little bit more than that, about halfway, and then we go up. Now he's here. If he talks to you, you have to skip the cutscene, and you wasted like a split second for doing that. That means you didn't go down the ladder far enough. Now that we've done that, we can actually go out. But now we can go back to the station, into this room, and there's a safe hidden behind this wardrobe. Like this. And if you can't interact with the wardrobe, it's because you didn't pick up that book in the cell. You gotta pick up the book. The code is 1846. That one you gotta memorize, or read the book, I guess. Because the book contains the code.
This must be
Okay,
Ruth's brooch.
now we have the brooch. We can leave with Brian. Got pretty lucky with the enemies. We didn't take any damage. We didn't waste very many bullets. You do need to knock on the door here. You gotta knock on the door.
It's me. Open up.
But then you can unlatch it yourself before he gets there.
Done with the car yet, Jack.
Then you gotta wait for him to ready up. Grab that ammo, got the first aid. There's more ammo back there. We don't care about that.
It's old, but it seems here it is.
Interact with him to continue the quest, and jump in the back. And that's the entirety of Chapter 3. There's only one level in Chapter 3. I don't know why.
Jack, I think I saw some ammo in the back of the truck. We'll need it.
4.1 is an auto-scroller, except for one section where you gotta shoot a tank on the back of a truck. So the entire point of this level is to conserve ammo and not take damage. So we're gonna crouch and pull out our shotgun and aim it right there.
Hold on, Jack. To what?
You just have to memorize all of the enemies in this level that can deal damage to you and take them out before they deal damage to you.
Get ready, Jack.
So that guy.
Jeez, Brian, watch the road.
There's a bug where you can get like stuck too high up to where you can't like hide from the enemies anymore. If that happens, you should probably just reload. That guy can't hit you. Bam, that guy can hit you. So shoot him. And there's two on the right here. There's that guy, and then that guy. Shotgun only has 2 bullets, so yeah, aim in between the bars. There you go. Okay, and then that guy can't hit you. I don't think this guy can hit you either, but I kill him anyway because he's right there. But this last guy can definitely hit you, so you got to kill this guy. Bam, right there. And that's phase 1. Phase 2, you don't really have to kill anybody, so I just used the pistol. To shoot the tank on the back of the car. Yeah. So I usually kill these guys anyway, so I see the rock, I look here, I shoot this guy. I missed. There we go. Okay, now watch closely. They're gonna hop off. As soon as they, like, do a little move, there, you shoot. As soon as you see them move, you shoot. That's because that's when the tank can be shot. There's also a heal on the ground right past this little wooden part right here. That right there, this wood part. You can grab it. I didn't get it. Okay. Okay, this part's tough to not take damage. I didn't get it. Headshot, there's one more guy. I think. Yeah, there is. Oh, I reloaded at the wrong time. Okay, I'm just gonna heal. Yeah, at the very end, I don't know a consistent way to not take damage. Wow, he shot me. Okay, hold on. Reload. I'm gonna try to heal. I don't have time. Dang. Got really unlucky there. Okay. If you took damage there, do one of these again. Grab the revolver right here. There's a gun right there. Shotgun. It's possible to kill both these in one shot. I didn't reload. I'm gonna reload my save. I'm gonna reload my save file. Okay, heal. Grab the gun. Reload the shotgun. My game crashed. So this game does crash quite frequently. So just be ready for that. You can usually just boot it back up and you're fine. The gun, reload the shotgun. Okay, kill those guys quickly. If you're not quick enough, you'll alert the guys in here. Okay, we're good. If you're low on heals, grab this heal. It's not that far out of the way. And we can actually slide this way. They don't see us. Well, they actually saw us pretty early that time. They normally don't see us that easy. Then right here, there's like a... It's really hard to see, but there's like a net that you can jump through. Then go this way. With my controls, I should mention, if you press Control X, you will close the game. So I have to Control to crouch and X to jump, so I had to be careful of that section because you're crouching and jumping very quickly. Okay, I'm going to safety save here just to save time in case I get unlucky. This is Roof Skip. So the way it's supposed to work is you pick up the keys, a cutscene plays, and a whole bunch of enemies spawn, and you're supposed to like take them all out. Roof's on the top, and you have to work your way around like the whole place and shoot the padlock to free her, and then you both escape from that side. But we can shoot the padlock from down here. It's very difficult. You gotta climb on some boxes, and it's like a very tight shot. Okay? In the speedrun, the fastest way to do it is to ignore all the enemies and just aim for the padlock. The problem is there's RNG in bullet fire, both your bullets and the enemy's bullets. So that means how many bullets it'll take you to hit the padlock is random, and how many bullets that you can take before dying is also random. So yeah, it's very stupid, very random. There is a save point behind us, but it's way out of the way. It's not worth taking. Just if you die here, honestly, just reload. It's I think less than a minute time loss. Again, it's very annoying, but it's just a pain point you have to deal with. It's probably the single most RNG point in the run, and it's roughly halfway. It's a little bit less than halfway through the run, so like 20 something minutes through the run. Very annoying, but nothing we can really do about it.
Jack, I'm up here.
So I usually grab the shotgun. I shoot one of them. He didn't even die. Switch to the pistol or the revolver, it doesn't really matter. Aim for the... Okay, yeah, I already got shot twice. Okay, when he says that line, let's get out of here, you can morphine to try to get out. But I think we took too much damage. Oh, it's so close. Okay, that little seam in the ground right there. Okay, you're supposed to come out through this way. So the trigger's right there, but you gotta make sure you hit it from the other side. So I'm gonna cross it like this. Hopefully I don't bleed out. And we're good. That's the end of chapter 4. I got pretty lucky at the end there. For some reason, your game can soft lock here. It's happened to me twice. If I see the car, I'm fine. I don't know what causes it, but you like spawn in chapter 5 out of bounds, and there's no way to salvage it except reloading your most recent save file, which is way back. So it's not worth continuing. Okay, we see the car, we're fine. All right, Marsh Refinery is the biggest chapter in the game, and we're going to skip all of it. So yeah, talk to him. Oops, get our controls back. And then press backspace right here to skip the cutscene. The reason we do that is because you can't get hit by the gun if you are in the cutscene. So yeah, open the door, headshot him.
He's down. The area is clear.
Nah, we wait right here by the barrels. Wait by me while my men secure the area.
Well done, Jack. Wait by me while my men secure the area. Check reception.
Oh, I didn't press backspace fast enough. Okay.
Let's take a look around.
We're basically not killing anything ever again for the rest of the game. So we don't care about the bullets, we don't care about the gun. Just... I mean, you can use the gun to aim to make sure you have good movement, but... Oh, this is a funny thing. You can see this guy's legs on the left side because I have the widescreen mod on.
What the hell is that noise?
His foot's over there.
Somewhere below.
The elevator. Follow me, Jack.
Yeah. Ammunition's not a problem.
What the hell?
For the rest of the game.
What happened down there, Agent?
You do need ammo to shoot this padlock.
Did you find
Oop.
more?
I missed. I missed again. There we go. Okay. So, save point. You know what that means. I'm gonna get safety save just in slot 1. This one, you get shot up really high, really quickly. So it's actually pretty beneficial to use the empty save slot here. So I usually have 2 saves here, so I open the empty on slot 3. And you're just gonna go through it like this. It's the same door boost as always, you just jump into it. This time we're actually going forward instead of backwards. You gotta react really fast. It's pretty precise to get the boost, so yeah. There it is. If you're too high, you're not gonna be able to get back in bounds. I think we're good though. Yeah, we're fine. Like way up there is too high. So we wanna land in that elevator shaft and press a button from the wrong side. Normally, when you hit a button, when you hit that button, it freezes you in place inside the elevator, and then it waits a few seconds, and then the next chapter or the next level starts. But if we can hit it from the outside while we're falling, we can continue falling after the button is pressed, and so then the next level loads, but we're in the wrong spot. We fall all the way back down. So I'm going to try to land on these little pipes. Don't go inbounds, but the button is literally like right... I don't think you can see it from here, but it's literally like right in line with these pipes. Got it? You heard the little click. Then we aim for this bottom elevator. This elevator is the end of chapter 5.4. So yeah, we're gonna skip all of this. There's no collision here, by the way. On this corner, you can go through. You're gonna see why there's no collision there in a minute. Okay, just to show you something, I'm gonna save here. But yeah, if you mess this part up, you have to reload the save. You can't continue. So this is the end of chapter 1.4. We are currently in chapter 1.2. The way it's supposed to work is, I forget his name, the guy up there that we just talked to, he's going to set a bomb to blow this place up. And he's going to set a 10-minute timer. And he does that at the end of 1.4, but we're past that part. We're past the... We skipped the part where he sets the timer for 10 minutes. So, if we just walk down this hallway normally, we're going to trigger the end of 1.4. Here's the problem. He didn't set the timer for 10 minutes. So we're dead. We skipped the part of chapter 1.4 where he sets the timer. So what's the timer if it's not set? Well, it's junk data that we don't fully understand. It is possible sometimes for the timer to be long enough for you to survive and complete the chapter, but it's hardware specific and inconsistent, and we don't understand it, so it's banned. You are not allowed to complete chapter 5 without hitting the trigger for setting the 10-minute timer. Okay, so you're not allowed to do that. So we're gonna skip the ending of 1.4 and then go back through the last part of 1.4 so that we can set the timer. So we're gonna lean on the right side to skip that. Okay. Now we're still not supposed to be here because like we're still in 1.2, right? So we need to figure out a way to load 1.4, which, I mean, chapter 5 is all kind of loaded at the same time, kind of, not really. So it's not that difficult. Go up the ladder, and we're in the void. Yeah, there's supposed to be stuff up here, but there's not, because this is chapter 1.5 up here, but we're in 1.2. So we're going to keep going up. And we're going to go a little bit to the right. I'm going to angle to the right, but we're going to... Yeah, and there's a pipe. And you go for that third light over there, right? But you need to get high enough, so let's keep going up. Not high enough. That third light right there. This should be high enough. Oh, whoa! What have I done? Holy! Okay, I'm gonna crouch. Yeah, that sound. You need to hear that high-pitched. I could be wrong. We'll see. I don't think I went far enough back. Maybe I did. Okay, I think I did, actually. I think we're good. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. Well, I'm going to show you what that looks like at full speed. So we skip those. Come on. Skip those. Go up the ladder. A little higher. It's like right here. There you go. Oh, I didn't hit it. No. Gotta hit that noise right there. The high pitched. Not taking fall damage there is actually kind of hard. You gotta land on the boxes and on the railing right there, and then you can walk. So yeah, keep mashing the interact key here. And as soon as you hear the siren go off, press it one more time and then you can jump out. There it is. Oh, I jumped too early. I took fall damage again. There we go. No fall damage. Now we're back at the beginning area, but now we can take the elevator shaft. Oh, Yeah, this is where we started. The whispers in your head are kind of random. I don't know what causes it. There's supposed to be like a sanity system in the game, but it doesn't really come into play for anything except at the very ending. Alright, so clicking this button opens that doorway. And we're going to take a save with us. We're going to take a save with us. There we go. Actually, I'm going to show you what's over here first. So you're supposed to take the rope and climb it down. The rope is like a ladder. You just move your camera up and down and you can climb it. But if you load a save while mid-air, you don't take fall damage. So we're just going to... Oh, I grabbed the rope. There we go. We're just going to start falling and load the save. Oh, I took fall damage anyway. And this might look familiar. Here, I'm gonna do it without the thing in the interface. This is where we landed after the very first marsh skip, right? But it wasn't busted up here. And you're probably thinking, well, why is there no collision in this corner of the elevator shaft? Well, it's because the actual collision is this. Right, this is the actual collision that exists, right? But now that we went down the elevator shaft the right way, we can go through here and start chapter 5.5, and we won't instantly explode. Our speedrun is valid once again. Unfortunately, this is a minute or two long stretch of nothingness, followed by a decently difficult skip. It's not that difficult, but it's kind of hard to do if you want to do it fast, which is really unfortunate. This is where most of my runs lose a bunch of time, is because I get greedy and I make one mistake and I lose 2 minutes. Also, you can be tight on heals here, so make sure you're fully healed. Going into this. This is another pull door. This is actually pretty hard to get. I got it in pretty decent speed. So this valve is interesting. I'm gonna save here just to save my conscience from torment. So there's a big thing in the way. This is what he's trying to blow up, is because there's just this monster here. So you pull the valve,
This pressure valve
and it hits the monster. You're supposed to hit the valve twice so that you can walk through it. And you have just enough time to go through before it comes back, right? But you don't need to do that. You can keep.
It won't open. This pressure valve.
You can keep the gas on and walk through it while leaning, but that's pretty slow, right? That's pretty slow. You can combine it with a menu boost.
It won't open. This pressure valve controls the flow of gas.
So you go here, you lean, you mess it up. There you go. And that's the fastest way to get through that section. And here is the door where we're going to do the hard part. Okay, so there's... I can't really see it from here. Yeah, there's a... Okay. Let me just show how it looks. So you go into the corner. It's very similar to the sewer skip, the Rebecca skip from earlier. Right, you get on top of the door. Sometimes you can get stuck in the door. You had to crouch and uncrouch or jump forward or something to get on top of the door. So now we're gonna go over, take fall damage. There's a staircase right there, okay? So you see that door frame right there? There's a staircase going up. Okay, so that is inbounds right there. We don't want to go there. If I'm too far to the left like this... Oh, actually that was perfect. Okay. And now we go forward and right. And now we fall. And that's just enough damage to not die if you're full health. So let me show you that one more time in full speed. 2 minutes gone. Run dead. See you tomorrow. There we go. Yeah, so if you're confused in the inputs, just look at my keyboard over there. Morphine, so you walk. Oh, you don't have to press that yet. You push this first. There's like a little marking on the ground. You see these little lines in the ground, right in between, right there, right in between these two. You can barely see it, but these two lines, right here. As soon as you cross this line, you're good to go. Press the button. The crystal opens. Wait for the animation to finish. If you pick up the crystal too fast, you're soft locked. Also, please get this cutscene. And that's Chapter 5, Marsh Refinery. And now we enter the end game. The end game contains 3 of the hardest tricks in the run. But before we get there, we have to deal with ice and water. First is the ice. Parker, you cover our flank. Yes, sir.
Keep your eyes peeled and your weapons ready.
And now we just go toward the cliff, but we have to wait. You're supposed to go down that rope over there. You see that rope over there? You can't really see it. There's a rope over there. But we're not going to take the rope. Turns out you can just hold down and you'll not die to fall damage. Alright, so I'm going to hold W first. I'm going to hold forward first. Then as soon as I start falling... Oh, I might be too far to the right. Oh, good. And then you just jump off the ice. So all these like dark spots, if you touch that, it'll break. But you have a split second to jump off the ice before you get like sucked underneath, right? Also, the physics here are very slippery, so just never let go of W, basically, is what I would say. Also, that guy's gonna run across this hole. Just ignore that. It's because we skipped a bunch with like the rope and everything. Yeah. Then wherever he is, if you do it really fast, he's gonna stand right here. But I took my time, so he's over here. So wherever he is, walk up to him and he'll give you a cutscene. You have to hit that cutscene, otherwise you're gonna soft lock. And right around here is where my game tends to crash in the actual speedrun. So I usually just grab the save point instantly and just save as fast as possible to avoid the soft lock. Oh, really? There we go. I usually do that. Just very quick. If you want a better safety save that's like further up, you can take it with you, but it doesn't matter. We don't need that save for any glitches coming up. There is a glitch coming up, but it doesn't require a save. Okay. So what you're supposed to do is this. I'll show you. Also, there's one more safety heal over there. There is one more section where your heals kind of matter. So if you want to be safe, you can do that. All right. So this is what you're supposed to do. Let me save real fast. You click this. It burns the ice. It plays a long cutscene. I can't move during this. Okay.
Oh, shit.
And now we go in and there's like a monster that we gotta deal with, right? Hi there, buddy. Yeah, that's like a monster that we gotta deal with. And we can't get through it. What are we gonna do, right? Well, here's what you do. You click this. You wait for the first part. And so he's gonna go. He's gonna step left, step right, Right when he steps right, he's going to go back to here. Get the... Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I need to do it again. Click this. Step left, step right. There we go. And now we're gonna do this. From this menu, I can press the interaction key, and it melts the ice again. Okay. So now if I do this, I still don't have control. It's kind of broken though. If I press F again, I get to move, right? So that's what you're gonna do is you want to interact with it twice. So 3 times total. So here's the first interaction. And after we do the menu glitch, we do 2 more interactions with it. And it breaks the cutscene, and we can move during the cutscene. One, 2. Right? But look what happens. We get kind of stuck here. We can't really get through. And it's not enough time, right? Like we can't get through. Yeah, and then he spawns. See, it's too late. We're too late. Right? So we have to use more menu boosts. One, 2. So we're gonna walk to the door, look the right direction, do a menu boot. Oh, I pressed the Windows key. There we go. And we gotta get to the end of this hallway before that monster spawns. One more should do it. Hopefully we're good. Yeah, we're good. So the monster is gonna spawn behind us. Right there. Right. Ow, he hit me. What the heck? I didn't know he could hit you that far back. And there is dynamite on the floor right here. Make sure you pick up the dynamite. We're about to use it. Okay. Now we go here. There's a cutscene. So mash backspace. Yeah.
It's a large
Okay.
bronze key.
Make sure you pick up the key and the gun, because we're going to be using this gun one time actually in one room. Coming up here, this barrel is where you use the dynamite. You gotta get kind of close. It's kind of annoying because
These will only last a couple of seconds.
the starfish are like right there. So yeah, you gotta hide before the dynamite. Also, the fire is like in the wall. It's like a PNG. There you go. It explodes. Get through here. It is possible right there to open the door. Don't do that. If you open the door right there, it's a soft lock. Here you can open the door. Oh, I'm actually out of range. But yeah, don't open the door before the load trigger, otherwise it's a soft lock. Okay, here. This is another pull door. And this is another door with the trigger right past it. So this time it's you lean on this side and just oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Touch the wall and you're fine. Okay. Door on the far right. So we came from that door. The door on the far right is bolted. There we go. You unbolt it. Grab the key. That key goes to the opposite door right here. And this is where the first ladder glitch comes into play. This is the glitch that we would have done back in the church if we had uncapped frame rate allowed.
They're just old storage shelves.
Grab all the ammo you can, grab all the first aid you can. You may as well, it's on the way. So the ladder glitch requires at minimum 2 saves, but we're going to use 3 saves here. So save number 1, we're just going to put it right at the save point. It's fine.
They're just old storage
Doesn't really matter.
shelves.
Through this way is a ladder. You can't really see it because I have my menu up, but right here is the save point. Goes to the ladder. The second save needs to be made on the ladder. So use your arrow keys and your space bar to navigate this. Okay, so I'm on the ladder. I save while I'm on the ladder. While my character is grabbing on the ladder. Okay, and I'm gonna close this. You normally would not close this, but then through this door on the right. I'm gonna open the door on the open. I didn't know it did that. Okay, grab the save. Go. So save there on ladder. You save here on ladder slot 2. Then arrow keys slot 3. You go into this room. It doesn't. You don't have to go this far into it. I'm like 3 steps into it. You don't need that, but go into this room. This room is just far enough away from the save point, which is like right below us, but it's far enough away to where it's not loaded while we're down there. So it counts as out of bounds for the sake of this glitch, and that's what you need. You need one save file that is on a ladder, and you need one save file that is out of bounds. And then another save file that is where you want to end up, right? So we're going to do it in that order. Ladder, so save file 2. Out of bounds, save file 3. And then where we want to start, save file 1. Okay? And you'll know you got it when you can't jump anymore. I'm pressing the jump button, I can't jump. Okay? We're going to grab another save file, but for the sake of the tutorial, I'm not going to take the save with me. You're going to have to do this next section with the save menu open, which is really difficult, actually. But I'm going to show you what it's like without the save. Also, that door should not be closed. That's weird. Yeah, so this is where we came in the first time. We unbolted this from the other side, and then we went, and then that had the key to this door. Now we're going to go back through the door that we opened earlier, and we're going to keep going, okay? There's a whole bunch of enemies in here. Okay. And now we're going to go up the stairs as high as we can, and now we're going to go off the stairs, and now we're flying, right? So that's what the glitch does, is it makes it so that you are not affected by gravity anymore. But you can still use stairs to go up, or I can use like this side of the stairs to go, wow, yeah. This part's difficult. There I got very unlucky. Thankfully, the glitch is still active. We don't have to go through all the saves again, so I can still not jump, right? I still cannot jump. So it's the same thing as before. Again, normally you take the save with you. Oh, I don't have ammo. You have to go around this side of the pillar, because this whole thing is a wall right here. You can't see, you can't walk through it. I'm dead, I think. Right here, I can try to save it by healing, but I'm probably just gonna get shot again. So yeah, you enter this side of the stairs from below. I actually got healed. Okay. I'm out of bullets. I'm probably dead. But this is high enough to now we're above the main wall. So go through the pillar so they don't shoot you. And then go through this pillar. Okay, now we're safe. Although I took a lot of damage. So yeah. I'm just gonna go toward the med kit here. Right about here is where you'd make the save. So normally you'd have the save with you the whole time. I guess I'll try it. For real. Sorry, you can't see anything. Not much I can do about it. I don't know why I'm low on ammo. I missed. Unlucky. I'm out of ammo. Definitely gonna have to heal here. Yeah, healing in the stairs can make the enemies confused. But you really don't want to do this. It's very bad if you do this. Not up that high, that's enough. Now you just aim for the pillar. They can't shoot through the pillar, and then you go through here. Yeah, okay. We're good. Doesn't matter what save you do, but if it's a bad save, which is possible, you want to save into a fourth slot like this. And now to cancel the ladder glitch, you quit and continue. You can go all the way back to the main menu and then continue, and then you'll have gravity. Uh-oh. Might have a bad save. You can't do that. I guess I just made a bad save. I'll try moving backwards. Oh, I got lucky. Oh, I got super lucky. It's destruction, I think. Yes, it is. Okay.
I can hear running water.
Yeah.
These must be
Ooh, I got lucky. I made a really bad save, but it was just barely in range to get into this tunnel. And this is where you're trying to go. I can hear running water. And then you freaking die. Whew. Yeah, that's a very difficult part of the run. But it's about to get even worse. Because Reef skip is the hardest skip in the game. By far. It's not even close. It's very precise. And there's really not a good setup for it currently. You just kind of had to YOLO it. But before we get the Reef skip, we have to do the boat. So go over here, close the door. This is the easiest door boost in the game. You just jump, open. Oh, I'm too far. Jump, 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 open, right lean. That's it. Also, the doors in the boat are really hard to open from the wrong side. See, you just can't do it. The walls are too thick. Yeah, so don't even bother trying to open them from the other side. Right past this ammo here, we don't care. We don't need any ammo. On the other side of this wall is a ladder, so if you lean through it. Oh, I soft blocked. That does not happen very often. But it does happen. Go through this wall. Lean. Ladder. Oh, come on, bro. Ladder. What is going on, bro? There we go. Ladder. Okay. And so this square here does not have collision because you're never supposed to be up here from this side. Also, there's water everywhere. That's just going to be there the whole time. I'm sorry, but it's going to be there. But right there, you see that other ladder down there? You're going to drop to that ladder. And that'll cancel fall damage. And this, you're not supposed to be able to walk through this because it's like really hot. But you can just lean. You just lean through it like that. And then close the door from this side. Don't turn that valve yet, otherwise you die. Go through this little vent right here. There's a random cutscene here. I don't know what causes it. It's yet another random cutscene that sometimes plays. Yeah, we got it. I don't know what causes it. It's just like a 5-second time loss for no reason. Don't know why. But 5 seconds over 1 hour is not that bad in a speedrun. This is a ladder. You can climb it.
Nothing of interest here.
And now we talk to this guy.
How the hell did you get in here?
A small vent, a few sticks of dynamite, and a minor explosion.
So yeah, go grab this. There's like a gun over here. This cutscene's fine because the other cutscene's playing during this cutscene, so it doesn't really matter. So grab the gun, also grab the bullets. I don't know if I hit it. I'm gonna stay here until the lights come back on. Oh, I did not get it. Oh, I'm full. Yeah, this whole cutscene. This is like the second longest cutscene in the game that you can't really skip.
Oh, there must be an engine fault.
Thankfully, it also has really amazing voice acting.
We're sitting real pretty now. You'd better go and sort it out.
Lay off. Have you been hitting the pipe? You're the engineer, you sort it out. I know nothing from nothing about ship engines.
No way in hell. Those bloody things are everywhere. I already tried to get the welding kit from the cargo hold. We got jumped. Jesus, it was so fast. Only me and Paul got out alive. We had to lock Barry down there with it.
This is Paul.
Take these keys. with the welding kit,
He
at
won't
least we
last
could
much
seal these
longer.
doors, you know, give ourselves a bit more time.
Give me the keys. Thank you. And he opens this for us.
It won't budge.
Okay. Now we go through here. We gotta fix the cargo hold or whatever. It's right through this one, this wall right here. So let's just there we go. Okay, but we're not done yet. There's more. And then so this is that ladder that we grabbed from the other side, and this is why there's no collision on that tile. It's because you shoot it here, and the ladder falls down. That's how you're supposed to go through. But okay, so here, I don't fully understand this trigger. I'm gonna be honest. If you just go through it normally, you're gonna get a vision right here, right? I don't understand what causes it. It seems to be based on the way you're looking, though. So if you walk backwards down this hallway, you're probably fine. And then the hatches, nope. So it's gotta be you're looking at something. So look up, maybe. Look up and backwards. But then, how do you look at the hatch? I don't get this. I don't understand this. It is possible sometimes to skip this cutscene. You look to the right. Nope. Maybe look to the left. Huh. All right. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Look.
It's unlocked.
There we go. Okay, I just don't look down, I guess. Where is it? I opened it. Go down, please. Go down, please. There we go. I don't know. It's so weird. I can't get it to work. And we're not out of the woods yet. Okay. So, yeah, he's dead. As soon as we pick up that gas canister, or that welding kit is what it is, there's gonna be a monster that spawns behind us. So we're gonna go quickly back the way. Okay, we hit the trigger anyway. Okay. I don't understand it. But just leave quickly and you won't get hit. Now we go back to where we came. And this time, this is why we shut down the ladders. Is we gotta get up here again. And this is where, oh, come on. This is where the welding kit needs to be used. Taking fall damage there is random. I don't really understand it, but anyway, welding kit, wherever it is.
It's going anywhere.
And now we can turn that valve that I told you not to turn earlier. Otherwise you'll die. So go down this ladder again. It's the exact same setup as last time. This time you turn the valve. And now that it's welded, it will not explode. And now we can open this door for an easy way back here. Turn this one more time. Make sure you hear the sound. If you're not confident in this, you can hit it twice, and he'll say, "Done that." Where is it?
I don't think I should use that.
Or that. Like he'll say something to indicate that it's already been done. And if you hit it, if you did it all correctly, he'll open the door for you, and you can go back in through here. Make sure you walk far enough away for him to lock the door again. If you stay over here, yeah. Then he'll say, "Give me that," and then he'll give it to you, and then you kill these guys. Oh, well, he's not dead. What the heck? And then we can go finish the level. But let me do that. I will not do that all again. That's way too much time. I'll heal though. And now we just go outside. And then right when you hear that, oops, you can skip the cutscene. And now we have a boss fight. He's guaranteed to spawn in front. Okay, so you need to land 3 headshots on the boss to kill the boss. He needs to spawn in front of the boat for you to get a shot on him. It's kind of random. You can try to manipulate it. I'll show you how to manipulate it a little bit, but it's not consistent. It's random. You're gonna lose some time for no reason sometimes. You do get fully healed after this chapter, though, I think. So even if you take damage, it's fine. It's just the extra time loss is kind of annoying, right? So once you shoot him, go to the front and look this direction. Wait here for a few seconds. Hopefully that manipulates him to be in the front. It does. Headshot. I think that I missed. So that was not a headshot. Yeah, if he comes back quickly, it's not a headshot. There we go, that's a headshot. That's number 2. One, 2, 3. Now we go back. Okay, we got unlucky. He went to that side. So we're just going to take a bunch of damage. Nothing we can really do about it. Go back to the front. Try to manipulate him. Go now. Okay, we're good. I get the headshot. We're good. Yeah, okay. So 3 headshots is all it takes. Ooh, a little bit of an intermission before the hardest skip in the game. Reef skip. So the principle of the reef skip is the same as all the other skips we've been doing that are not ladder skips. It's the one where you try to get out of bounds, then you make a save while out of bounds, and then you load the save and walk to the end of the level while out of bounds. The problem is getting out of bounds is really difficult. Because this whole section is kind of like outdoors. So there's no doors. There's very little ways of getting out of bounds. So right there is a little trigger. If you don't look forward, you'll skip a little cutscene. Here, I'll show it. I'll show what it looks like when you fail it. Right here. If you don't look away, you get like stuck. See? It wastes a couple of seconds. So this part is weird. I don't fully understand it. But there is a pressure plate. And we are going to try to avoid the pressure plate. So if you just do a normal jump, you hit it.
What the hell?
Then that raises. Then that swings. Ugh! Hit you in the face. And you're like, well, my life sucks. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to crouch.
What the hell?
To avoid it. Right, then it lowers. You can go through there. But it is possible with a super jump to skip all of that. Like that. It's a little bit faster. Problem is it's kind of precise. I did it first try because, I don't know. What's the noise? But if you miss it, you'll hit the pressure plate and you have to wait anyway, right? So you just went through all that menuing to do the super jump and you didn't get any value out of it, so you wasted time. Alright, this save point. You're going to get real familiar with this save point. In fact, we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 saves in here. Notice that the in-game time does not tick while we're saving, so there's no real downside to making a whole bunch of saves here. Right? Just make as many saves as you need here, because it's very possible and very easy to make a corrupted save file and save over all your good saves. So, yeah. Once again, we're going to take a save with us, but for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to not take a save with me.
Here are fierce, and there isn't much shelter ahead. I need to be careful.
And we're going to jump over this gap. May as well spam jump. Okay, there is a cutscene right here. This cutscene is so long that if you hit it, you should just reload. It is an insanely long cutscene.
The winds here are fierce, and there isn't much shelter
But
ahead.
the trigger for hitting the cutscene is so tiny that you don't even need to lean. You just gotta go like this. Oh, I hit it anyway. But you should lean anyway, because leaning makes it easier.
The winds here are fierce, and there isn't much
But
shelter.
it's right on that black line on the floor. It's right in front of it, actually. So, right there. Oh, yeah, we're good. All right. This is where we're gonna go out of bounds, guys. You know, you see it? You see it? No, oh, you don't see it? Oh, we're gonna go inside this rock right here. Oh, by the way, I'm not touching anything. The wind literally just pushes you very slowly to that direction, which is really bad. But yeah, so right there is out of bounds. Right at the underside of the rock. Right there. So the way I line it up is I see this little dash right here. I am in front of it. And then I look at these, I think of these as like knuckles and like a thumb. Like the rock is a hand with fingers. I line up those and I jump from this mark right here. Not the big one, but the small one. And then I jump. I missed it. And then I try to rapidly turn to the right to push my character inside the knuckle of the hand. And that will get you out of bounds. That'll get you stuck in the collision of the rock. And the game is going to shoot you upward to try to get you unstuck out of the rock. And then, if you get enough, if you get deep enough into the rock, you'll get enough upward speed to get out of bounds. And that's our goal, is to get upward speed out of bounds. Like, how did that not work? Like, you could clearly see that I was inside the rock hand. But it's so difficult. I would say, like, I have done a ton of practice on this skip. I would say I get it 1 in 10 times, maybe. Thankfully, it's really quick to retry, especially if you don't fall off. So there, I didn't get enough height, so I didn't go out of bounds. So, reload.
The winds here are fierce, and there isn't much shelter ahead. I need to be careful.
Yeah. Nope. Nope. Okay, and I don't want to have to do this twice, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a save and do it with the save on screen. I apologize for not being able to show it without the save on screen first, but it's just such an inconsistent trick that, like, how is that not it? Nope. Okay, save slot 2, save slot 1. Okay, that's definitely way too late. So yeah, if you save too early, your save will corrupt, or you'll just fall back down when you load. If you're too late, you're not gonna be able to move. Like this one, I think is too late. Number 1, I think is too late. Yeah, I'm stuck. So hopefully, number 2 is good. Yes, okay, we can move. If none of your saves works, make sure you don't overwrite all of your saves. Like this is why I made 4 saves in the same spot, is just in case I make saves and none of them work, I can always just reload and try again. All right, but in this case we did it. We're fine. Follow the coastline, or I guess the rock line, and then yeah. From here, you just go straight. You'll see a door. Little square door. Right there. Aim for the left side of the door. And then you'll see cave. Right there. And then you aim for this part of the cave. Just try to get inbounds so you start falling. And then there's this big cylinder going down. That's the end of the level. And the chapter, because this chapter is only 1 level. Although it is pretty, it's a 30-second cutscene, so. That's the hardest skip of the game. There's still 2 more difficult skips, though. Both of them are ladder glitches. So not much explaining needed, just gotta show you where to go. There you go. Reef skip finished. And this is the final chapter, chapter 9. Although apparently it's chapter 10 internally. I thought it was chapter 9, but whatever. It's chapter 9. Pretty slow intro to chapter 9 though, so this is a nice place to take a breather. Like, oh yeah, we just did Reef skip. Oh yeah. Ooh, calm down, calm down, calm down. Don't mess up the slightly easier but still difficult tricks. This little jump right here is optional, but it saves like a second or something. Like you just go around this pillar, but you could also just jump right here. Yeah. Oh, first try. Oh, first try. There we go. First try. And cutscene here.
I'd better keep my head down.
I better keep my head down.
Much better chance of survival.
We don't stealth. You should probably shoot these guys so you don't take as much damage. I'm out of bullets. Because I didn't reload. So I took damage anyway. I'm gonna morphine. Just hug the right wall and you'll get to where you need to be. No use healing because you take damage during this little cutscene anyway. So it's just you're gonna heal afterwards. Yeah, as soon as this second gate closes. Yeah, we gotta heal here real fast. I think he healed during the cutscene. I don't know how I did that. Well, I'm gonna keep pressing the heal button anyway, just in case. Okay, it did not heal, so I will heal normally. You could try to do this while limping, but I'm just not gonna do the menu glitch. What is this? Oh, it's the text box. So yeah, grab the chisel. Use the chisel. Yeah, this is the part of the game where you're just gonna pick up an item and instantly use it over and over again. Okay, so there's a save here, right? We're gonna grab the save, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna show you where to go first. Oh, I should have saved. Okay, notice this is climbable. This is actually a ladder. Okay, keep that in mind. Then he opens the door for us, and then we go through this door, unbolt it from that side, and then go up this way. Okay, that's our goal. It's really difficult to do this without getting spotted. I don't think I've ever done that. It's also difficult to do it without getting hit. I have done that before, although it's kind of random. Okay, chisel.
It's just an old chisel.
Open it with the chisel. And now I'm going to do it with the save open. Okay, crouch. Okay, we're on the ladder now, so I'm going to save. That counts as a ladder save. If you want to, you can close the menu here. It's you'll waste a couple seconds, but it's fine. Let me through. Okay. Unbolt it, then go this way. I would heal about here. You're pretty safe. And then through here, through this door right here. You're gonna be real familiar with this door. Safety save is right here. But make sure you don't save over slot 1 because that's where we used our ladder, right? So I'll put it in slot 2. Did I just click load? I think it just loaded. Let's try this again. Let's not load. I'll close the door. Yeah. Save the game. Okay, so slot 2 is our current save. Okay, so we're gonna try to use this door to get out of bounds. And the way we're gonna do that is we're going to lean from this side and jump into it like this. But this is really finicky. I wouldn't call it difficult, but it's very. There's several ways for it to go wrong. For one thing, you have, so this is a normal jump height, but there's like a bar on top of the door, so you can't be too close to the door. Also, most doors don't have this much space on the side of them, so there's really not really a consistent setup for like the timing of it, and it's very easy to get sucked into the wrong side. Okay, so there I was too far. Right. There we go. Oh, no, not quite. Also, just because it's a weird shape, it's possible for you not to get flung up, but to get flung, like, backwards, and it's just like, ugh. Also, we're not trying to go really far up, okay? We want to get pushed up a little bit so that we can get over this wall. And then we want to make our save like right here, like right on this side of the wall. Just barely out of bounds. Because if we go up out of bounds that way, we're too high, we can't actually get anywhere useful. So there's a lot of tiny things in this. Yeah, see, that was too much. But you get the point. I'm gonna use it with the menu open now. Oh, there we go. Should be good. So now we load. Okay, for this one, our out of bounds save is the same save that we want to load for like just continuing on. You actually only need 2 save slots for this one. One for the ladder and one for the out of bounds. And then, but because we're so close to inbound, oh, whoops, that's not the right one. Hold on, load the ladder. Load the ladder. And then load this one. But notice, if I'm too slow, I get pushed back inbounds and it doesn't work. So you gotta do ladder. And then... Oh, I hit it, but I pressed escape twice. Load the ladder. Load this one. Now. Too late. That was too late. The ladder, load now. Oh, too early, so it didn't pause. And now. There we go, perfect. So now I'm actually paused out of bounds. Now I can load this, and I will have the ladder glitch active. And you want to go to this guy. Cursed! And then follow the side of the cave here. Right here.
Shit.
I'm cursed with this vile plague. I'm cursed. Okay, yeah. So don't touch that, otherwise you're going to go inbounds. But just, yeah, go through this way, through the temple room. And you're going to be looking for a cave. Not that cave. Yeah, that cave. So there's the waterfall that's weirdly still on the left side. You want to get pushed down this tube. So whatever your height is, go to that point so that you get pushed down like this. And that gives you just enough height to grab this gun. If you crouch, you gotta crouch to get it. And then there's a save point right here. You can crouch to get that save point. but
So how do I get down?
I'll grab it real fast. And then you want to not crouch if possible. I'm going through here, and then we want to make our save over here. This is where you want to actually make the save. I don't know if I can make it back up. Okay, I think I can. Yeah, we're good. So you want to grab the save and put it over the hole. Like right there. And then quit, continue to get your gravity back. And now we have the only gun that we need for the rest of the game. There's a medikit right here. May as well take it. Shock the water. There's a whole bunch of like starfish in here that'll deal damage to you if you don't shock them first. So go through it. Then when it's done being shocked, you can crawl through. And that is... why is my split like wrong? My split is wrong. I don't know why it's wrong. Right here. Here we go, 9.2. So this is another heal if you want it. This is a slightly more complicated one. We're going to use 4 saves here. Oh, and by the way, I should mention this. Why don't we just use the ladder save from a previous ladder glitch? Well, it's because the saves all need to be in the same level. So if you go through a loading zone and where it like it shows like a black screen, you're in a different level now. So it doesn't work. All the saves have to be within the same level. So we're going to make one save here. I'm going to do it without the save menu open first, but we need to make 3 more saves, right? So the next save we want to make is actually right down there. So I'll just grab that. Save number 2 is right here. Okay. Save number 3 is across there. I'm going to show it to you without the menu open first. We're going to take fall. Oh, I might die. Yeah, I took too. I meant to hit the. I should not have continued, but whatever. It's fine. Well, that's fine for the demonstration. It's fine. So you just go down like this. You hit. I did it again. I'm trying to hit the thing on the side, but I keep missing. I'm being too greedy. So fall damage does not matter here at all. You're just morphing it up. Morphing it up, and then hug the right side. And then right here, there's a ramp up. Turn around. You can climb this now. Right here is where your morphine runs out. So morphine it up again. Then on the right again, you jump. Really hard to see. Then right here, these vines are a ladder you can climb. The way this section's supposed to work is there's a giant freaking wind monster behind you that blows you off the vines while you're trying to climb them, so you gotta kill the monster first. We don't care about any of that because it lets us climb the vines a little bit, which is all we really need. So from this save, it looks like this. First try, let's go. What am I getting stuck on? No, he's sucking me in. Need morphine. To the right. There we go. And the vine, get the save slot correct. Okay, I think that's on the vines. I'm gonna assume it's on the vines. Okay. If not, we can come back and do this part later. It's fine. Now for the out of bounds part, I'm gonna do it without the save menu open, just so you can see what it looks like. right here. There's a little. Oh, I fell. There's a little alcove right here. And it turns out if you do it just right, if you jump. Oh, I missed it. There's a little gap in the wall where you can just barely make it out of bounds. Yeah. Oh, that was weird. Maybe? Yeah, right there, perfect. And make sure you're at the bottom. You have to be all the way at the bottom before you make your save. I'm gonna cheat and make my save like this. And slot 4. Well, that's the wrong button. Yeah, so normally you'd have to do that jump with the save menu open so that you can save down here. Anyway, I'm gonna load the ladder, which was slot 3. Oh, I don't think I'm on the ladder. Yeah, I might have to redo that save. But we're gonna find out. And then we're gonna go out of bounds, slot 4. Then we're gonna go slot 2. Yeah, I missed. I need to redo the slot 3. I normally don't have trouble getting this ladder save. I normally have trouble getting the out of bounds save. Why that morphine? That was risky. There it is. Okay. You can't use another morphine while your morphine's still active. Okay, there we go. That should be good. So, ladder save, you load it first. Out of bounds save, you load it second. Slot number 2, we load here. Yeah, and now we're flying. So right around this little duck right here, we can go out of bounds that way. And that big squid thing in the distance is the final boss. And we're going to go to the final boss. Really nothing we can do to skip the fight. We could do one more ladder glitch at the very end to get to the credits faster after beating the boss. But anyway, right here, you're going to want to get back in bounds using this wall, if possible. Okay, where am I? Oh, right here. Using this wall if possible. Just kind of rub your face against it and hopefully you get up quickly. Looks like we're getting unlucky right now. Oh, there we go. That's better. Yeah, just got to find the right angle. It's kind of finicky. Okay. Oops. Then over here, there's like a little hole in the wall with a save in it. It's not loaded properly yet, though. So you actually had to go kind of far into the hole. Like right about here, right about there. And then you can interact with it. We don't really care. Okay, I'm going to show you it without the menu open, but you would take the save here. Make sure you get the sound, the woo sound. And then ignore the first gap, go through the second one. Because there's a ramp up here. Right? And then here is where you would make your save. And because we're going to be using a ladder glitch at the end, don't save over your ladder slot, which is 3, or your out of bounds slot, which is 4. So I'll save over slot 1. Quit, continue, so you get your gravity back. Okay, so I mean we're basically doing this boss as intended. There's some enemies up here. If you fully charge it, you can kill 2 in one shot like that. Here, I'm gonna just do it. So normally you would do this with your wobbly screen, which is horrible. Well, I'm just gonna kill the enemies first. Okay. So yeah, you want to go back up here and activate this for okay, the game is running in slow motion, so I have to do this. So it's no longer slow motion. There's a switch right there. You gotta flip that switch. That causes the water to flow. Okay, and that activates the boss. So now, also the boss is supposed to be moving and stuff, but because we flew straight here, it doesn't have his animations loaded in, which is kind of funny. But the goal of the boss is to lower the barrier by flipping 4 more switches. So we just flipped 1 switch to activate the fight, and then there's 4 more switches. Like over here is 1, over here is 2, and on this side there's 2 more right here and right here. But we can't reach them with our human form, so we have to do a meditation thingy to take control of one of the monsters and use the monster to flip the switch. It does not make sense, but is what you gotta do. So the problem is there's a noise that is making it impossible for us to concentrate on our mind control powers, which we apparently have now. So we need to somehow deafen ourselves. So we're gonna go all the way back down here, and then as soon as we cross this threshold, we're gonna charge up, and then go to the gong, then touch the gong and deafen ourselves. There will be monsters that spawn here, so make sure you are charging your weapon the whole time. I might get hit here. I might get hit. That's special, actually. Okay, and now we're gonna go to the pool, and we will automatically start to meditate. And we take control of 1. And it is possible to 2-cycle this by hitting 1 and then 1 on that. I think I got it. I think I got it. Go away. Shoot the enemy. Shoot. I missed, I guess. They're pushing me. I'm gonna die. Okay. So it is possible to heal in this. Okay, I think I got both on that side, so I'm gonna go to this side now. So, line it up. Oh, I missed. Line it up. Hit the switch. Go to the other one. I think I got both. If I got both, I'll do this. And yeah, he's dead. Okay. So you gotta shoot the water, and he dies. Kill these guys. Grab the medallion. There's a save point now. And this is the part where we can... you could just walk normally to the end. It doesn't waste that much time. But we're gonna do a ladder glitch. And because we're in the same level still, we can use the same ladder from before. So slot 3, slot 4, slot 1. Make sure you grab the save, right? I'm gonna do it without grabbing the save just so you can see where I'm going. Also, it's very difficult to shoot your gun while you are in this state. But yeah, so just climb that ramp so you get over here. This is actually pretty difficult to get into. You gotta enter it like right. I mean, you saw it the first time, right? Ooh, it's like right through the middle, right? Now you're gonna see this. It's really hard to see. There's like a square in the ground. You're gonna kind of aim for that, but you don't want to go all the way through it. So I'll just aim for the right side of it. Is it the right side or the left side? I'm pretty sure it's the right side, isn't it? I feel like I'm going too far to the right, though. It might be the left side of the square. This does not look right at all. No, it's fine. Yeah, it's the right side of the square. Right side of the square, and then you climb up this. Very slowly. At any point along this, you can make your save and reload. Like I'll just do mine right now. It does not matter. Save, quit, continue. To get our gravity back. There's a huge. You can kind of, if you delay it longer, you can like kind of use the flight to help you because there's some rocks that fall in your way, like right here. Bam! There's a rock that falls right in your way. So it's like, you know, you can kind of use the flight to save some seconds. That's what I usually do, but it really does not matter because you have to follow the ramp anyway to get your height up here. And this is the end of the game. You remember that gem we picked up back in chapter 5? We're gonna use it. Oh, hello? Oh, no, is this gem? My bad. It's the gem that we just picked up 5 seconds ago. Aya Ryagazenbaro. Aya Hydra. And then we're gonna go through the portal right here. And as soon as it flashes white is time. I don't know why my time is. There we go. I don't know why my time ended early. But for the auto splitter can't detect the end of the run, so you have to manually time the end of the run. Right when it turns white is when the run ends. Whew. And so that is Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. The game came out in 2005. It's very old. I find the run very fun to perform, personally. If you do the run really good, it's an hour. It's an hour run. I think world record right now on this category is 1 hour and 4 minutes, because it's very unoptimized. Because people were playing on the variable frame rate, right? So with variable frame rate, the time is below an hour easily. It's like, I think it's below 55 minutes even, but you can probably optimize that even lower, like maybe even sub 50. Maybe if you find some more skips, sub 50 might be possible. Right now, I don't think sub 50 is possible.
There is something
even with variable frame rate.
We must hurry.
But the main category, 60 FPS locked, is you could definitely get sub hour still. That's what I'm trying to do. World record is whatever. I don't care about that. I just want sub hour, and then I'll probably be happy. Also, there's a weird cutscene going on. I have no clue what this is.
Keenest minds are already projecting to later days.
But yeah, in the first link I showed you, the community patch for the game. There's a setting that you can toggle on, which I toggled on, it doesn't matter, but it always gives you the full ending. So the way the game works is it runs on like a sanity system, where if you use too much morphine, which we do use too much morphine, and if you use too many save slots, I think, and if you like look at dead bodies for too long, you like your sanity score goes down, and you don't get as good of an ending, which is really dumb because there's no way to like fix that. Besides starting over from the beginning. Which a casual playthrough of this game would be several hours. Which is dumb. So thankfully we now have a setting that makes you always get the full ending regardless of how sane you are. But at the very end we still also get a screen that pops up that shows us how we did.
And close. Very close.
How much time do we have?
How much time do we have?
What the hell was that?
You are no longer safe. Follow me.
Only one crash, by the way. That's impressive. 3 hours and one crash.
Mr. Walters? Mr. Walters? Can you hear me? Mr. Walters?
We're losing him.
He's convulsing. We're losing him.
Classic Lovecraft. And here's our results stream. You should know the high score. There you go. Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. Thanks for watching. And after you run, make sure you remember to go to your save files, delete all of these. And if you want the continue button to go away, you can also delete your autosave. That doesn't really matter because your autosave will go away anyway. But yeah, my current PB is an hour 11 minutes 4 months ago. Really bad. I gotta get to work.